Alright, I just want to do a quick little video today about my future plans in the greenhouse, what I'm thinking about doing for the summer, and then kind of talking about a theory that Flying Fox Adam Shaffron brought up, where each pot, he talks about how each pot of soil and plant that you have is a piece of real estate. And this is really true. It's a sellable piece of real estate, but wherever it goes to, it's going to sit, right? Somewhere, and it's going to take up that amount of real estate. And that's why plants sell, well, usually, 99% of the time, plants sell more expensive if they're bigger, less expensive if they're smaller. If they're bigger, they're going to take up more real estate. If they're smaller, they're going to take up not much real estate at all, like this. So the concept makes perfect sense. And it really resonated with me, so I wanted to bring it up too, just share it with as much people as possible, because it kind of makes you think, like, wow, like, okay, if you think about it like that, if you have land already and you're not growing something, wouldn't you technically consider that just like a waste of possible real estate? Or like, see it like this, it's like you have you have an investment, but then you're not going to increase your investment when you have clear possibility to increase your investment by planting on the land or using the land for planting purposes like Mother Nature intended. Mother Nature intended it like this, as far as I'm concerned. Every square foot that can have life on it, meaning it's not a desert or an extreme Arctic place, will have plants. Every square foot. That's what Mother Nature intended, because that's how she plants. Really, it's more than every square foot. Every inch by inch by inch space will be taken up, that can be taken up by a plant. So when people have lots of land and they're not planting and planting and planting, to me, it's a huge waste of space. It gets under my skin. A lot of people in other countries where land isn't so vast and expansive, like Japan and stuff like that, like they would, they're gonna feel me more. Although America's getting like that too. I'm here in America, and we're running out of land. There's still a lot of land to be bought, but it's like everything is so expensive. How are you gonna buy it? So now I'm gonna get in. I'll flip the camera around for me. We've been looking at me for 3 minutes, just ranting on about plants. So let's flip the camera around. I'll show you some of my ideas that I have formulating in my head for summer, what I'm thinking, and also just staying on the topic of the real estate equals, or plant pot equals real estate. Staying on that topic, we're going to discuss how the future is going to fold out for me and my plants and my collection. I am on a parcel of land that is extremely small. It's not as small as it is. There's a lot of unusable space. Like a steep hill. It's just places that it's not a good place to set out a tarp and grow a bunch of jaboticabas in a row. Let's just say that. So I'm going to have to sell off a lot of my stock and then plan out and see what I can keep in this greenhouse long term. It's a 6x4 greenhouse, so I might be met with the reality that 10 years down the line, there's only room for 2 plants in this greenhouse. Do I get another greenhouse? I don't have the space in my yard. So I'm probably going to have to be facing that reality. Right now, I'll show you how many plants I've got. I've got a lot of plants, but let's take a look at the real estate and how things are going to pan out here. Okay. So right now on this side, I've got this shelf that's working out really well for me right now. It's a galvanized metal shelf. I love these for plants, and they're just great. So I've got all these plants on this. Okay, these are mostly just for conversation's sake. Let's say these are all jaboticaba, although I do have some lemon drop mangosteens right here that I'm gonna have to be thinking about soon. But okay, so these are all jaboticaba. Let's just say there's like, for time's sake, let's just say there's 20 possible here. Okay, so let's look at 4 years fast forward what they're all gonna be. They're all gonna be this. These are all 4-year-old jaboticabas. 4 or 5 years from seed. Probably 4, because the scarlet should fruit in 3 to 4 years, and it's not fruiting yet. So these are probably 4 years old. So you see how big they are. Okay, right here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 4-year-old jabos in this side. So realistically, I could probably only fit 4 more 4-year-old jabos on this side. Okay, so I have 20 some plants. Not to mention, I have these I have these paulistas, which I guess I'll have to sell some of these now that I've finally ID'd them. Although I don't want to sell my bigger ones. So you see what I'm saying? If you're into plants, you're thinking about buying a property, think about the property more than you do the house. That's the mistake I made. I had set plans to buy a bigger property where I would have had plenty of room for all my endeavors. I would have even had this huge metal building that possibly could have converted into a grow house. But it's neither here nor there. I thought more about the house. I'm stuck with a small piece of land, and I'm going to have to make it work. I'd love to keep all these plants, because honestly, you don't make that much money off of them. When we're talking about growing jaboticabas, we're talking about a long road, okay? Where, yeah, sure, you make some things. You'll make some money off of it, but to me, the plants are worth more than the money. It's not what I don't sell them for a living. I do sell them, but I can't make enough to make a living. So it's like, it's a double-edged sword. But I'm glad that, I'm glad we're here. And I'm glad I have the problem of too many jaboticabas, That's a great problem to have, because I'll just sell them, make some money. It's going to suck if I sell, some possible anomaly or hybrid out there that I would have had, but, that's just about getting better at IDing and getting better at telling these things apart. I love this seedling. I know that I would keep this seedling. It's got a little rippling to the leaves. It was planted this winter, and it's already this big. Absolute beast of a seedling. Although I think it's like 3, you see what I'm saying? I think it's like 3 trees combined, but I keep them all as one. They grow multi-embryonic. I really should pick this whole section up, and just put these into a pot together. Not the java, but the 2 lemon drops. I don't think I'm gonna... Oh my god, as soon as I say that, I spot another one. It must be the time when they're all gonna come up. There's one right there. Lemon drop mangosteen seedling. So you know what? I'm just gonna leave them all in here for longer and wait. Yeah, I'm gonna wait, because I don't want to disturb it, and I see that more are coming up. So it must just be the time. The weather's right. It's been the right amount of time. All my lemon drop mangosteen seedlings are about to pop. That's great. Great to hear. So yeah, it's just all about the real estate you have. How much real estate do you have? I'm thinking with all these big guys, I'm about to put a tarp out, probably in my side yard, and just put them all on the tarp for the summer. It'd be unfortunate because I won't be able to do as many updates. I usually just update from the greenhouse, but to be honest with you, I got to start getting comfortable doing updates in my yard, because I got a lot of good stuff that we can learn from in my yard.
Look at the new growth on the Restinga coronata. Just stunning. Absolutely stunning. That's why I want to get this. This is cramped. It's too cramped. It's too cramped in this corner, and it's butted right up. I mean, this thing's a stunner. It needs room. It needs aeration around all four sides, and it needs to breathe. And it's been raining like a mother. And I just, when it rains out, I think about, God, my jabos. The one thing about jabos is, if you let them get some rain, I swear to God, the next week they look like 5 inches bigger. They love rain. So I'm moving my big jabos out there, getting them in a line. A great way to grow jabos is throw down. When I say jabos, I'm talking about jaboticabas. Great way to grow jaboticabas is throw down a tarp, like a plastic tarp or a plastic lining, to keep all the weeds and everything back and all the roots, because roots will grow up in these pots. So throw down a tarp, then throw these pots on top of the tarp. It'll puddle up water and stuff, and it's a perfect environment for a jabo. Look at this plant's very shiny. So yeah, I mean, all these plants are like my babies. I don't want to get rid of them, you know. But when you think about, gosh, down the line they're all gonna be this big, and then I got to think I'm gonna still have these ones I'm dedicated to keeping because I'm trying to fruit them. So you got to think I'm gonna have these four too, and they're gonna be twice as big then when those are that big. So yeah, I mean, just thinking into the future, because things change slow with plants, but then again they change fast. So leave you guys with some that's some fruit for thought there about the real estate aspect and everything. So everyone have a great day. Um, Thanks for watching and take care. Also subscribe. Um, I love getting my knowledge of plants out there. I love to start a discussion. Comment below. Subscribe. If you're interested in buying one of my Javos, I stopped selling on eBay. I had a lot of buyer returns and refunds, and eBay automatically refunding them my money when they found the package. It just a whole lot of hassle. So I got a lot of stuff going on. So I temporarily stopped on eBay. But if you get in contact with me, message me, or comment on this video or anything like that, I guarantee you I can get you a job at Cabo. If I know you're a really interested buyer, just message or comment or something, and I'll hook you up. Obviously I can't keep all these. We just had that discussion. So, yeah, hit me up. All right. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Have a great night.